Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Today, a good one in store here. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles.
Please welcome your defending Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles!
Jake Elliott is out ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from Philadelphia. Here's White on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. He showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40. So out had the Raiders for their first possession. And leading them out, you and I have both covered this guy, Brock, a veteran drafted back in 2013, coming off a career high in passing yards last season. It's Geno Smith.
The most passing yards of Geno's career, that would be over 4,300. Also came in a little uptick in interceptions, especially in the red zone. But that didn't bother Pete Carroll. He knew exactly who he wanted to restart their culture in Vegas, and that guy is Geno Smith.
The rookie out of Alabama, there on the tackle.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Eagle play action. Here's Smith. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on third down.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on third down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
Smith on third and long. That's complete to Bowers outright. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the first.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. And this doesn't just reach the end zone, he kicked that one all the way through it for a touchback. So here are the Eagles now for their first drive. They're led out by the newly minted Super Bowl champion, now in his 6th season, Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs, but Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in, but it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him, and he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
It's a gain of 12 there, and that's good for an Eagles first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Hurts on first down. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
2nd and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. Hurts now from the gun. He's got Brown on the slant. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. 2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Hurts throwing again. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders' side of the field.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Hurts yet again. Avoid some trouble there. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
13 more yards. That's another Eagles first down.
Danger, Kate.
First down
Danger,
and
I
goal to
say.
go.
You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
They're going to run with Barkley. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Eagles get the game's first points here in the second. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Well, Brock, this was the type of start we expected, right? Given the lopsided matchup we've got. Now it's up to their opponents to start giving them a challenge. Keep this one competitive.
Easier said than done, and you know that,
Yeah.
Kate, playing as severe underdogs on the road. How they respond on this next drive is going to be really telling for the direction this game goes.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest.
Raiders nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's White on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the Raiders offense. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Smith. He's going to keep it this time. And he'll whip this one up to the 28. Stopped on the play by Zadarius Smith.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Now motion him out of the backfield. From the gun, Smith. Completed over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Complete beyond the marker. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it.
It's a gain of 10. First down.
First down, Smith to throw. He puts some air under it deep down the left. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Picked off Reed Blankenship. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Now for the second time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Short pass brought in. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 17. Thrown for his running back, but he comes up empty, incomplete, and now they're facing third down.
Incomplete.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Barkley gets it on third down, and he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Now on fourth down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second. Went the wrong way on first down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Throwing is Smith. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it. That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting it into practice right here. You don't see a throw you like. It's too tight a window. Don't risk yet another interception.
Here comes A.J. Cole back to the field for a punt. It's fielded at the 14. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Eagles taking over now late in the first half. And up 7-zip, we're probably not going to see anything too reckless here before the break. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Finds him on the slant. Oh, Brown has him knocked out. And this is going to be Raiders football. And they can't add anything after that recovery, partner, but they do take possession of the football. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Kate, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot, right? He's got great, what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
The Raiders headed out on offense. Little time remaining in the half. And coming off a 3 and out, Brock, they really need to build. Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes in the half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own.
Previous play is under review.
All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm. Especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing, and at least keep it moving forward.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
That's good for an Eagles. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Hurts. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. The flag is down, though, so let's see if this kick stands or not. So entering the locker room's got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hanson. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hanson, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff.
For Las Vegas.
Xavier Gibson now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So to begin the 3rd quarter, the Eagles offense returning to the field. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to be just 1 step away from that 1st down. They haul him down near the 31.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Option play, they give it to Barkley. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 6. And an Eagles 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Hurts to throw. Hauled in by Goddard, left side. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Another Eagles. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st down throwing for Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
A.J. Brown.
Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it'll be 2nd down. Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And this one only manages the arm before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down.
That's the defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
They'll make a big for it on the ground. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless 3rd quarter for us. It's Eagles football trying to carry this lead across the finish line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he comes through big here. 9 yards. It's 2nd down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards.
It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock, but I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles take a 3-possession lead.
Eagles 17, Raiders nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's White on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. And with this loss already assured, they at least want to find some points and avoid being shut out. 1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. That's complete to the back, Ashton Genty. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
A 3-yard pickup.
He's got a man in motion.
At the 28-yard.
Here's 2nd and 7. The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Smith on 3rd and long. Man downfield and Myers has it. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Las Vegas 1st down.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
At the 36-yard line.
They motion a receiver left. Here's 2nd and 14. This one's taken in by Thornton. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Raiders hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Smith. And down he goes, the Eagles got him! And that sack draws him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this 2nd down. Gotta hurry this to the line. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Connection made to Raheem Mostert. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here.
And it's 4th down.
Desperation time here. Smith lost it. And it's recovered by the But Brock gets fourth down. We know only the fumbler can advance it, so this is still going to be a turnover on downs. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And they should just be able to kneel out what time remains. There's 3 timeouts defensively still available, but using them is not going to alter this outcome. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
Great.
Handoff headed right. Barkley. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Barkley again here on 2nd. He takes it ahead for about 4 yards. It's 3rd down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
They go to Barkley again.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
The lead looks safe, but the pedals staying down. They're going for this. So beneath a chorus of fly, Eagles fly. It's a win for the Eagles. And a lot to be happy with on both sides of the football as they come away with a total team victory in this one. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.